Welcome back to Movement May. This is Regulate, our 15-minute breath and body ritual. And so as we move into day 5, as we're gearing up to be in a full week of breath and movement, I want today's focus to really be about leaning into consistency and really asking yourself, what does consistency mean to me? What does it mean to consistently show up to this space right here? Why are you here? What are you needing out of this? And are you being open and allowing and giving yourself permission to receive whatever it is that you need here? So today we're going to be exploring self-touch as medicine. So I love to do touch therapy, and in sensual movement, this is simply just using the act of gentle self-touch as a calming mechanism, right? As a practice for slowing down. And so it's another way to step into presence as a practice. And so this is about really observing and paying attention to the sensations in the body, how we feel things inside of our body. And the more we learn how to do that, and the more we have an understanding of how to do that, it makes it really simple to be in tune with your own body. It is also a great way to regulate. And so, all pun intended. What it does is it focuses our attention. It puts our attention on something really specific, and then we're monitoring and observing. So we have sensory receptors in the tips of our fingers, right? And this is how we feel around our world. With babies, we'll buy them the most comfortable diapers or the softest, smoothest onesies and baby clothes or socks, right? We get them the most plush and soft and delicate blankets, you know, made out of such beautiful fabrics, and right? And so at what point does that stop in our own lives? Like, we don't stop enjoying a gentle touch or stop needing soft or comfort, right? Not every one of our sessions here together on the mat are going to feel like a breakthrough. Every day might not feel big. Every day might not feel amazing even. Some days might feel softer. Some days might feel lighter. Some days it might feel like you are literally struggling to even move. And so how do we still have consistency through that? How do we still show up? So go ahead and sit up nice and tall and straight. Move the fleshy parts of your butt out of the way. You know the drill. We're going to come into our seated position, and we're just going to come into our body by stepping into the breath. So before we do anything else, first thing we're going to do is observe our breath. So we're going to take 1 minute to do that. And when I say go, you're just going to count your inhales. So how many breaths are you taking per this 1 minute? Okay? And go. We'll also just pay attention to how you're breathing as well. So as you're counting those breaths, are you breathing through your nose? Are you breathing through your mouth? Does your breath feel expansive? Does it feel a little harder to open up with the inhale? So we're just simply observing what is going on with the breath. And stop. And so once again, just taking note of that number. Where is your breath today? And we'll start to deepen the breath now. So now we will intentionally begin to manipulate the breath just a little bit by deepening the breath. So we're breathing in through the nose, and we are breathing out through the nose. And we want to pull that in just a little deeper. And as that breath travels down, I want you to attempt to make sure that it is getting deep into the belly. And so you can bring the hands to the belly if you want. And so when you take that breath in, you should feel your belly expand. An example is always like it's filling up a balloon, but smooth. And then when you exhale, the belly will fall. So breathing deep into the belly, filling up and expanding, and then exhale through the nose. And third breath, breathe in and breathe out. And we'll inhale, push the chest forward. Exhale, we're gonna rock back through the center and then come all the way back. So here our back is rounded, kind of like shaping like a C. So we're pressing into the back. And on your next inhale, we'll come forward, inhale the chest up. And exhale back one more time. Good, inhale back to a neutral seat. We're gonna drop the chin to the chest. And on an inhale, we'll take a head circle to the left. And here we just wanna slowly travel through the head circle. Yesterday we talked about not really skipping to the destination, but enjoying the journey, right? We're gonna inhale opposite direction. Finding the joy in the journey. And that means being present and being in the moment of traveling or in the movement from one position to another. And so here we'll find that even in something, inhale, even something as simple as circling the head on your neck can start to feel really peaceful, really calming, and really good. So we're gonna inhale, go in the opposite direction one more time. Taking your time. And just observing how the neck is feeling. We'll loop the shoulders up toward the ears, roll them back and down. And we're gonna take some shoulder rolls here, but we're gonna go one shoulder at a time. So right shoulder, inhale up, exhale down. Left shoulder, inhale up, exhale down. And so you'll just continue like that at your own pace, inhaling really deep, and then exhaling. And we'll try to get these really oozy and slow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we'll flow into some chest circles. Now, the other day we made these really grand and really big, but right now I want you to stay in that really slow rhythm. And so we're gonna make these chest circles pretty small, moving the chest and drawing those circles. Exhale and inhale. And it's okay if the inhale is not perfectly as the chest is coming around, or maybe you finish exhaling when you're here and you need to inhale again while you're still back. All of those things are fine. We are finding a rhythm, we are finding a flow, and we are using the breath to guide the movement. And then we'll take those circles in the opposite direction. Not too big. Mine were getting kind of big there. We want to keep them kind of small. Inhale. Exhale. Don't forget to breathe. Remember, allow the breath to be the guide. If you keep the breath as the guide, it's hard to forget to breathe, because if you're not breathing and you're holding your breath, you shouldn't be moving because you're not being guided, right? Good. We'll plant the right palm. Inhale, the left arm comes up and over. And we'll inhale, bring it up, float the arms out, plant the left palm, right hand comes up and over. Exhale in. We'll breathe into the side body here, so breathing in, letting the light in, opening up the side. Maybe you've been sitting at a desk all day or driving in a car, or maybe you're preparing for a long day, so really just open that space up. Beautiful. And we'll inhale back up. We're going to bring the arms around in front of us today. Self-love hug. And really hang on to yourself if you can. Give yourself a hug in there. It's okay. It's okay to hug yourself. It's okay. And sometimes even just in this position here, like a little rock, rocking back and forth might feel really good. Or rocking side to side. Or maybe you just find the joy in the stillness, and that's fine too. And so we're going to inhale, release the arms, and we're going to start our touch therapy today. So using the fingertips, we're going to have our arms straight up, okay? And I think I might get cut out of the frame. So arms are going to go up nice and high, okay? Palms just like this, arms straight up. You're going to pick a side. It doesn't matter. I want you to allow whatever side your hand decides to go to be the side that you choose. So you're going to pick a side. And so let's, for example, say that that's your left side. So as your arms are up in the air, right fingertips are going to come to your left palm on the left side. And so the only goal is to keep our fingertips connected with our skin or with our body part, right? If you have on a shirt, obviously, then it's not going to be touching your skin, but it'll be touching you, right? So we want to keep the fingertips connected very slowly all the way down. Okay, so we're going to inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. And whichever side you choose, again, we're going to allow the fingers to flow to it. I'm going to go. And so once the fingertips connect with your palm, you're going to begin to slowly travel the fingers down the body, keeping that arm up as best you can. And we're observing here. So how do your fingers feel on your skin? How does your skin feel underneath the touch of your fingertips? And we'll bring that hand to the top of the head. And now that both hands are at the top of the head, we're going to continue to travel the hands all the way down. The hands are going to come all the way down to your mat or to your feet, okay? And we're going to keep this very slow, giving your attention over to how your hands feel moving down your body, moving down your head. How does your hair feel? All the way down. Keeping the breath nice and steady, so we're taking deep inhales through the nose. And you can exhale through the nose or the mouth here. You can choose to go over the girls. You can go around the girls. And here, once again, this is gentle touch. So kind to our body, non-judgmental of the space. Traveling down the legs. Again, we're going nice and slow. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to continue this motion back up. And that would be considered one round or one cycle. So nice and slow. What are you observing? Maybe you're like, this feels silly. Maybe you've fallen in and you're like, wow. Just giving that attention to the body. This can be a good space to bring affirmations into the conversation, right? Body positive affirmations. Keeping the breath nice and steady. Deep inhale. Exhale. Up the neck. Up the back of the head. Through the hair. Over your bonnet, however you've come. And when the fingertips have come back together, now you can go up. Perfect. Both arms should be all the way up now, relaxing the ears away from the shoulders. And then on an exhale, we will slowly bring those arms down. We'll take a side body twist to the right. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, side body twist to the left. And inhale and exhale down. Perfect. I will meet you in lying for our final 3 breaths. And as always, you can stay here as long as you'd like after our 3 breaths. But to close us out, we're just going to take 3. Palms can be on the belly, or palms can be resting out at your sides. We'll inhale through the nose, and we'll exhale through the nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So this simple act of gentle self-touch is a really wonderful tool for grounding and for bringing yourself into a state of calm. So we slow down the breath, and then we slow down the touch, and we bring our attention, our intention, and our awareness to our sense of touch. Thank you guys for joining me today for day 5. I will see you tomorrow for day 6 of Regulate.